first things first, Kate.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, I am Kate, and I live in Houston, Vancouver, BC, and I'm an actor. I'm also a makeup artist.
And what brought you into makeup artistry?
Well, I was always passionate about it because I grew up dancing, and so I started wearing makeup very young, and I learned a lot about stage makeup. And then sort of over the years, it just naturally evolved into more everyday makeup. And then I found myself working retail when I wasn't acting, and like retail for makeup, and it kind of just evolved into working for myself.
Sweet. And is that a part of why it brings you, like, why is it a highlight in a joy in your life for you?
Well, it's a great creative outlet when I'm not able to be creative on the stage. But also I really like connecting with makeup wearers and helping them to feel as beautiful as I see them. Because in today's time, we are bombarded with images and messaging that we are not enough. And I'm actively working to go against that, because I truly believe that everybody is enough just the way they are, and we can use makeup to highlight our favorite features and just feel a little bit better about ourselves.
What are you going to teach me today?
I'm just going to teach you a classic Smokey eye.
Where do we start?
Well, tell me what you have on right now, because I can't really see.
I just put foundation on.
And do you have anything on your eyes? Do you have an eye primer or anything like that? Do you have one?
I have a base primer. Does that work?
For today, sure. So put a tiny bit of that on your fourth finger and just dab it onto your eyelid.
What would you suggest for eye priming? Would it be an eye primer?
For an eye primer? So my favorite one is actually this one. It's MAC, and it's Pro Longwear Paint Pot. It's like a little glass primer, and they come in different shades as well. So you want to get the shade that matches your natural skin tone, and you can put it on with a brush, or you can put it on with your finger. Primers really are underrated in my opinion. They are so important because they help the makeup go on easier, they help the makeup last longer, they help prevent creasing. So I wear primer on my face for my lines, and I wear them on my eyes because I have really oily eyes too. So they're really great. I highly recommend them, especially if you're a makeup wearer that has to wear makeup when you're sweating, like on stage, or if you're just a warmer person, live in a hotter climate, invest in a primer.
I don't know how old this is, in full honesty.
Well, if you get a rash, we can always just put makeup over it.
Just cover it.
Just cover it up. Then you're gonna be fine. Once you've done your primer, you need to set it. Do you have any kind of a loose powder of any sort? So, a little bit of loose powder. Do you have a brush that looks like this? Lovely! So dab a little bit, swirl it into the lid of your loose powder, and then you're gonna lightly sweep it on your lids with the flat part of the brush. Lovely. And what this is doing is anytime you go from a cream base makeup into a powder base, you want to set it, because if you were to just put powder directly onto that cream, the texture of it is going to potentially be a little bit cakey. So the powder is acting as like a barrier. So it's setting the primer, and then it's also acting as a barrier. It's great. If you were, however, going from a primer to using a cream eyeshadow, you wouldn't need to set it with the powder. Okay, so now your face is ready. What kind of eyeshadow palette have you got with you? I'm gonna start with you.
I've got the only one that I own.
Great. Okay, so I want you to find a color that is like the most neutral.
Yes, neutral color. So like kind of to my skin tone, just like a
Exactly. Just similar to your skin tone, nothing that's going to be too jarring. The point of this one is to just create sort of like a base for your makeup. When doing a smoky eye, you always want to go from light to dark. Keep in mind this is different from a gradient eye. Gradient eye is darker on the outside. It's often when you see the V and goes lighter to the inside. Like the makeup I did on you here. That's called a gradient eye. That's what a lot of people are very comfortable doing. They go a little bit darker on the outside and then lighter on the inside. A full smoky eye is actually darker from the lash line and then fades up and does the exact same on the bottom. Darker on the lash line and fades down. So we're going to pick that natural color for you. I'm actually going to go for the one closest to my skin tone, which is kind of like a taupey color. You have a brush that's a little bit pointy on the end. It's okay if you do not, but it will help you if you do. Okay. So you're going to put your makeup, dab your color on. Okay. And then I want you to pat a little bit of that excess into your hand. Good. Then I want you to sweep over the entire eye, gently like windshield wipers. Sweep, sweep, sweep. And just keep sweeping. And we're going sort of in the crease, and it's okay to go a little higher. So you've got your crease, right? And then you have a beautiful brow bone. So go a little bit higher, and what this is going to do is create the illusion of a bigger eye too. Because with a smoky eye, typically it does make our eyes smaller. So we have this neutral color right a little bit higher than the crease. Back and forth, back and forth. You can always go back in, I'm going to do the other eye, back and forth, back and forth. See, now my makeup game is going to elevate. And everybody's eye shapes are obviously different. So to make sure that you're doing the most optimal for your eyes, just follow your eyebrow. So the outer edge of your eyebrow is sort of where you can bring that extra sweep to. And don't be afraid of going really far out, because this is a natural sort of a neutral color. It's not going to look overwhelming. As opposed to keeping it like really tight to the eye itself, make it bigger.
Okay, cool. Broad stroke. That's broad life. So but that's fun.
So you're gonna want to lower your hand on your brush a little bit.
Okay.
Look how I'm holding it.
Oh, so
yeah. We want movement. This is very gentle. Back and forth, back and forth.
I get what you mean about movement now.
Yeah. Back and forth, back and forth. Lovely. How do you feel about that? Any questions?
I think I've got it.
Beautiful. Then I want you to take a slightly deeper color, and ideally, it obviously depends on your products that you have. Ideally, we're still going all matte, but don't worry if you don't have matte colors for right now. The reason for matte is it helps create more of an impact. Shimmer often reflects light in an interesting way, and for a smoky eye, you don't really want shimmer above the lash line because it can make our eyes seem heavier. I do the exact same thing. So with the same brush, you're gonna go in that darker color. I'm picking like a taupey color here for all your fans. You do the same thing, get some product in, tap out the excess, and we're gonna sort of go over what we've just done. And it's just creating depth. So you start at the outside and you went away. And now you're creating a little bit of depth. And you're just gonna go back and forth until it sort of blends out.
So what's your favorite part about makeup artistry and application and stuff?
My favorite part is teaching people to do it themselves so that they feel good with their own skills, and helping them to find tips and tricks that work for their face and their products. So you should have sort of like a little bit of depth going on now. And if you're feeling like it's too concentrated, just bring it up, make it a little looser. Now, a fancy little trick that we could do, but I don't want to overwhelm you.
Oh no!
Is to
hit me up.
Is to go angle your brush sort of down when you're doing it, as opposed to up, and it will create softer lines. Oh. I find that really difficult. I don't really do that. And now I'm just blending out with a clean brush.
Just what's
legit I can't see what you're doing, but I believe that is gorgeous because you're wonderful.
Yeah, with clean brush, then you go over it.
Clean brush, just sort of blend her out a bit. If there's any clunky bits.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's like that, like it gets all like chunky on it.
Sure, yeah.
Or like it just looks like, yeah.
I can see now. See now what you've created is it's super light around your lash line, super light at your brow bone and has this nice sort of crease, nice smoky crease, right?
Yeah.
So this in itself, with a bit of mascara, is also a really cool look. It's really open. It's actually really great for film and TV because it makes our eyes look really big. Sometimes liner, lashes, etc. can close our eyes. So this is a really simple step. Just 2 colors and just windshield wiper it and make it really big. And it'll pick up nicely.
Like
Okay, use your brown pencil. Use your brown pencil. We need a pencil.
Got it.
So now we're gonna color on the lid, and this helps, this makes it a super easy smoky eye. And it doesn't have to be pretty because we're gonna blend it out with a brush. So you literally just take your pencil and color from the lash line, and you kind of just like scribble it on, just from the lash line. And you don't wanna go too high, just scribble it on.
So just basically where your eyelashes are, just across?
Yeah, and you don't go too far out either. Different eye shapes would require different things. Do what you normally do when you're wearing makeup. So, like, I don't like too close to the tear duct. I also have really bad allergies. I like to keep that area fairly open. Yeah, but whatever you like. And then after I've got my pencil on, I take a hard synthetic brush and I blend her out. I just blend it. Exactly. And many liners will set pretty quickly. So you want to get from lining to smudging fairly quickly.
Got it.
There's really no wrong way to do this, right? Except poke yourself in the eye. So, so where are we now? Are we smudging?
Yeah.
Great. So just keep blending, keep smudging, and eventually it will blend up into the shadow that you've already done.
So there's also the challenge of doing this while in your office. Just like, yeah, we got this thing, this is great.
No, it helps to have like a mirror that stands alone that you don't need to use your legs for.
It's also just like an active exercise. Yeah. I'm totally doing my ab workouts as usual.
Oh, good. 2-minute plank after that?
When we were on the road together, we used to do a 2-minute plank before every show. Kate's also a very good dance teacher and fitness instructor.
We'll do makeup and abs. That sounds so annoying. Do you feel okay? Do you need a break with your eyeball there?
Oh, no. It's just my contact is just moving around. I am good. I am here.
Yeah, you look good, kiddo. So then, with that, it's kind of up to you. Whatever brush you feel comfortable with. I like using like more of a flat eyeshadow brush. And then I want you to take either, I think you have like a deeper brown color shadow, or you can go plum. It doesn't really matter. For me, I actually have a chocolate brown I like. I'm not gonna go black. Black can look really harsh on super pale people. But go for it if you're wanting a super dramatic. I'm going for a deep chocolate brown. So you're patting your product onto your one side of your brush. Yeah. All right. Then we're patting excess onto our hand.
Oh wow.
Because at this point is when you can get fallout, meaning like droppage, right? Like, and that's really annoying. Look at you go. Then with that color, we're gonna pat onto where we just did that liner. And another little trick, this is actually a really good point, where if you turn your brush upside down, because then you're going to get more pigment towards the lash line and less into the crease. Yeah. Sweet tips and tricks. When we're ready, and you can use the other side of your brush, the clean side, to sort of pat away any excess that was like, no, I didn't like that.
I also think that like everyone has their own like, for folks who put on their own makeup, everyone has their own like makeup face.
Like this one? Yeah. Oh, so true. So true.
It's just like, oh no, what am I doing?
Yeah, but you're supposed to have one. They teach you that in makeup school. Have your own makeup face.
Oh really?
No.
Do they have a whole section of time that's like?
No, I'm joking. And then from this point, like once you've got most of the product on, I just sort of take that brush and just play until I'm happy with the overall darker color. So with Smokey Eye, the #1 rule is blending. Morgan, lower your hand on the brush. The reason for it is you have far more control, actually a little bit lower, and you become a little less heavy-handed, so you can blend a little better.
That totally makes sense. A lot of the time I'm just doing makeup and I'm like,
So, and I want you to blend, and if you have a clean brush, it's my favorite, windshield wipe and blend. We're gonna look so pretty! Look at you!
It's like the most makeup I think I've worn since quarantine started.
Same, and we're not even done yet. But
no.
Beautiful blending. See how it's, ideally you're going super dark around the lash line and it's just gonna fade out just to above the crease, right? So you've done a beautiful job making your eye seem a little bigger by going right into this part, the brow bone. Because so often we get stuck down here in the crease and then it can make our eyes seem closed. Go higher. Go higher. And if you do it in the right tone, which is what you did, it looks super natural too. So we're gonna essentially do the same, but on the bottom lashes.
Oh, great.
Right?
Whoa.
So crazy. So I want you to clean your brush, just have like a little cloth nearby. And we're gonna go back to that original color. And if you feel comfortable with like a smaller brush because you're doing lower lash line, that works too. In fact, I might do that. You go back to your original color and you windshield wipe underneath your eyes.
Okay, learning. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Now
you're tapping in. There's two different things you do. So one is tapping product into the brush, and that's when you tap into your hand. One is tapping excess off. So it depends sort of the technique that you're doing. Most of this is tapping product into your hand to get the product right into your brush. So we're doing a lighter color, windshield wiper, lower lash line. You can go as close to the inside of your eye as you want. You've got actually beautiful eye shape for this so that you can match your bottom lash line to your top. I don't have that because my eyes go down at the end. So I have to sort of get a bit creative with makeup. But you can actually bring yours all the way out if you want.
Like all the way out to here kind of thing?
Yeah, for sure. And it'll eventually just blend into one beautiful smoky eye. Yeah. So when you've done both eyes,
yes,
with that color, then you're gonna take that same brush and go back into your second color. And you're gonna do the same thing. So remember when we did our top lid, we went a little bit higher. So now we're gonna go just a little bit lower.
So
yeah.
Like you're pretty like with it on the trends of things. Do you know where this started? Like when smoky eyes became like a thing?
Oh, gosh, I should have been prepared for that. I don't, but I can think like in the 1920s, they certainly started playing a little bit more with more makeup.
I'm always like curious where like trends start. And like, cause I like don't keep up with them very well. So it's always like interesting to me like how things kind of like evolve and change.
I think it definitely sort of came to fruition sort of, if you think of like 1920s with the really high thin eyebrows and really sort of dark eyes and red lips. Then in the 30s, before the recession, depression, we had super smoky eyes, but oftentimes they went like color, like green eyes and a nice plum lip. And then of course depression came and our focus went elsewhere. Yeah, but I'm sure it's around the Mae West time. If I'm wrong, friends, let me know. I'd love to learn that. Okay. So now we're gonna go to our deepest color that we did. Mine's this like darker brown. And we're gonna go right back. And this is going right in to that lash line. Now some people like to do the pencil liner first. That's too much for me. But it's personal preference. I will just go eyeshadow. I'm literally going right into that lash line with the eyeshadow. How's that working out for you?
Good, good, good. I find that I'm looking very tired.
Yeah. You will until you're done. Trust me.
How am I doing, Steve?
So pretty. Okay, we're gonna take that liner that you have. We're gonna waterline it.
Yeah.
When you do waterline, I don't want to see any of this tugging of the eye thing. Just open your eye and put the liner in.
Okay.
No tugging. There you go. This is gonna create much more impact. I know you have a brown one right now, so it's gonna be a lot softer looking than mine. If you get a black one, it'll have much more of an impact, especially with your dark eyes and dark hair.
Cool. Getting the waterline up top is just like, whew.
Yeah. So a quick little tip is to look down into a mirror. So hold in your mirror, hold it down, and then you look at it and you can see it like this.
Oh.
Now, normally with a smoky eye, a false lash looks amazing, but I'm not gonna make you waste lashes.
I mean, I'm prancing around my home right now, so
It's not worth it. Okay, do you have an eyelash curler?
No, mine's broken.
That's okay. Do you have mascara primer?
I have mascara.
Good. Okay, let's put some mascara on. So friends, the reason I like eyelash curlers is they curl your lashes, right? So having curled lashes really just opens up our eyes. 10 seconds on, mascara primer. Primer does the same thing it does for face and eyes. It's gonna help hold the lashes and also protect the lashes from mascara itself. Immediately then you put your mascara on. Mascara those eyeballs right now. With a smoky eye. Good job, kiddo. We're gonna zigzag at the root. Zigzag at the root and pull out. And then, once you've done that, I wanna go to the tip of my lashes, if I'm not wearing eyelashes, and pat on the tip of them. And this is just gonna add a little bit extra volume. And it's okay for a smoky eye to have clumps and chunks. They wanna look like, you know, hardcore.
So cool. So cool.
So cool. So zigzag at the root and pull out.
The best 90s life.
Yeah, hey Morgan, what were the 90s like?
I mean, my diapers were really comfortable.
Thank you. Okay, then we're gonna do the same to the bottom. Pretty! You can go over with your lighter color if you want, and just gently, just blend everything. Just make sure that it's all coming together. Good, let's do a quick eyebrow. What do you have? Do you have a pencil or do you want to use eyeshadow? What do you like?
I've got this brush.
That's an eyeshadow brush. So we've gone a little heavy there, Morgan. And you know, this is a good lesson in making sure you have the right tool. Because it's not so much the application that was the issue, it was the eyeshadow brush doing. You're perfect. Don't change. Bronzer, start at the top of the head. Gently. We're going lighter, darker. And then sweep it. Just sweep it.
Sweep.
Sweep the top of those cheekbones. Beautiful. Look at that's already done to you. Beautiful. Just blend, Morgan. Morgan, what the hell did you just do?
Pigmented!
You're so pretty. How do you feel?
Good. Good.
Do you?
Like the most makeup I think I've worn in forever.
Mm-hmm.
Whole thing where you feel like it's just different. You're like, oh, that's my face. Oh, pretty.
Yeah.
Especially the time we're at right now, it feels like a memory from before.
I know. Yeah. It's very pretty on you. Normally I would say if you're going out, throw on some highlighter. You love your highlighter. And then also just set it with a setting spray of some sort.
What's the two best tips and tricks?
Two best tips and tricks are make sure that for a classic smoky eye, you're going from, your application is from lightest to darkest. And yeah, the darkest part of the color is close to the lash line, and then it fades up.
Cool.
And the second thing I would say is don't be afraid to go big. With a smoky eye, if you limit it to just where the crease is, it's really going to make your eyes look almost like panda eyes, or just a little bit smaller, like this.
Like the 1930s eyes kind of thing, like when they're like really
20s. Yeah.
20s. There we go.
Yeah. So this is a modern eye. And after this too, you can also take a little bit of glitter and dab that on, and that will just sort of like pop it.
Yeah. What are other things that are bringing you joy right now?
Juliet, my new nephew, Milo, my husband's painted a lot. Bye, friends. I don't know where I'm looking, so. What?
Looked at our time.
Are we at like 2:30? What is it?
No, it's an hour.
It would have been shorter if I made it shorter.